All right, so first of all, I would like to bring out our first ever Sabre Night Athlete of the Year nominees. Come on out and take your seats. Let's give them a big round of applause. Big round of applause. Big round of applause. So I don't know who the winner's going to be. Actually, I do, but I'm the only one. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we are honored with a special guest from Interscope Records, the most prominent hip-hop artist to ever come out of Oceanside. Give a warm Oceanside welcome, John Gibbs.
Right, side to side, what's up? In the middle, what's up? Hey, yeah, hands up in the building, yeah. Okay, I'll pass it back like it pass away. Why we always say R.I.P. Never catch me in a casket, in a basket. Yeah, let me see them hands. Look, okay, to unmess with a bull, vast syllables with the syllabus. Taking y'all to class, yeah, we still in this. Rappers say they ill, but they really illegitimate. Rid of pigment up in my penmanship, I'm painting. 1971 Chevy Chevelle's on Dayton's. Classics, that air conditions hear me sweating. Play this on the radio, the FM and the AM. I tell them all it's a mayday. They only listen to mayhem, it's a tragedy. Think it's time I take over the tap. Up a check, I gotta get my bands up. $1,000 brothers just to keep my pants up. We gon' hit them, we don't understand much. I've been in the game, I pay my dues. When I'm in my bed.
Gentlemen, it's an honor. Our first Athlete of the Year finalist, Donovan Laya, and he is going to be introduced and interviewed by Mr. Kevin Grump, longtime teacher, coach of many sports. Mr. Grump, take it away.
Good afternoon. I have the honor of introducing myself. So leadership is an added responsibility. What makes you take on that additional role?
To be able to take on the role, I think it comes from the coaches, just what they have, what they expect from you and what your team expects you to do. So I think that's where the leadership comes from the most.
And throughout your career at Oceanside High School, you've received many awards and accolades. But what was your greatest athletic accomplishment at Oceanside High School?
Definitely winning a CIF championship as a sophomore.
Why was that so special?
Not many say they're a CIF champion, so it's special.
And now we move to our first S.A.B.E.R. So again, the S stood for scholastic. So we brought in, since we couldn't find the most scholastic teacher, we brought in Coach Barrett.
He competed in football, wrestling, and golf for OHS. In football, he was a scholar athlete. In wrestling, the most inspirational and scholar athlete. And if you notice, he's got a great head of hair. And believe me, I'm someone who can appreciate a great head of hair. Noah says that the most important thing for him is feeling of pride and accomplishment after facing significant challenges and obstacles. And it's clear by watching Noah every day on our campus that he is a young man who has overcome many things and is just shining bright in our constellation of stars here at Oceanside High School. Our scholastic male athlete for 2018, I have to pull the card out just to make sure, Noah Lightfoot.
them draws. And I'm balling every time I stop and talk to y'all. I want it all.
Good evening. First, I'd like to thank God. All the glory goes to Him. I would like to thank my family and my coaches for pushing me to achieve my full potential. And I would also like to thank this beautiful graduating class that sits in front of me. I can only see greatness in our future, as well as that of everyone that we influence around us. Thank you.
Our next nominee from the female side with a GPA of 4.16, attending UCLA in the fall, Abby Douglas. Let me tell you a couple things about Abby. First off, she's a three-sport athlete. For 3 years, she competed in 3 sports: cross country, soccer, and track. She was the OHS record holder in the 4x800 relay and distance medley relay. She's a 2-time captain in cross country, soccer, and track, so she has the respect of all her peers. I mean, if I went on to tell all the numerous team awards she's won in her time at Oceanside High School, we'd be here very late. In her spare time, besides having a great GPA and doing 3 sports and everything else that she does, she's the A.S.B. president. For Abby, the most exciting moment, the most memorable moment at Oceanside High School was beating El Camino in the CIF playoffs and breaking the record, the CIF record, or the school record in the distance medley at Mount Sac. The 2018 female scholar athlete for Oceanside High School, Abby Douglas.
I've been a part of the Oceanside district for 12 years. I went to Southo, I went to Lincoln Middle School, and then I came to Oceanside High School. And along that way, I've had a lot of many wonderful teachers, and so I owe this all to them because an education is one of the best gifts you can give anyone, and they gave me that, so thank you.
So our second athlete of the year and our first female is going to be interviewed by Mr. Cameron Clark, our boys basketball coach and a math teacher here for us. And of course, we know he's interviewing Abby Douglas.
Abby, I have followed you. I haven't had you in class, but I'm allowed 3 questions. Okay, and the first one is going to be a little selfish on my part because I bleed green. My 2 boys went to school here, and it's a tough challenge being a student where your dad teaches or having parents that teach. There's expectations. A lot of people don't realize it, but there are huge expectations when you walk into a classroom or perform on a test. How are you able to handle it, and how has your relationship with your father changed over the 4 years you've been here?
Okay, so my dad is the biology teacher at our school, and he's the AP biology teacher as well. And a lot of people think that the worst thing you can have is your dad be your teacher on your campus, where he knows who your teachers are, what your grades are in your classes. He chaperones our dances as well. But in reality, I think it's been one of the best experiences I could have had because he gets to hear my voice on the announcements every day, and he gets to see my pictures in the Tuesday bulletin. And he also doesn't have too far of a walk for the home meets, the track meets, and the soccer meets that are right on our John Carroll Stadium, right somewhere around here. But, and so I think that because he's been here for every step, every day of my high school for these last 4 years, I think that that's the best thing I could have asked for, because he's seen me grow from the 14-year-old girl that stepped on this campus to the 18-year-old woman I'm leaving it as. So.
You bet. One great answer.
And the winner is Brooke Gleason. I want to start by thanking everyone who contributed to making this event happen. Thank you to my parents and Artemio for always being there to support me. And Artemio always comes down. He drives an hour and a half to come see me just to play sport. Thank you to all my coaches for everything they taught me. Thank you to all my teammates for being by my side through all the hard games and the hard practices. And thank you all for being here to celebrate us and support our accomplishments.
Brooke Gleason. Now for our male recipients, or nominee, excuse me. Our first nominee, Joshua Garcia. Josh is an offensive lineman in football and a shot put and discus thrower in track and field. Josh received the Track and Field Coaches Award and the top thrower, as well as being the two-time throws captain. He's also a two-time Avocado East League finalist and just recently qualified for CIF this season. Josh's favorite memory was watching the game-winning field goal to go ahead and beat El Camino, again, El Camino, for the city championship. Spoken like a true pirate. Our next nominee, Anthony Luis. Anthony was he was a 4-year cross-country and track and field athlete. He was a JV MVP, varsity cross-country's most improved, and voted by his teammates most inspirational. He maintains a 4.0 GPA. Anthony's favorite memory is winning the silver medal in the 1500 meters with the personal best by 15 seconds. In case you're wondering what the 1500 is, that's 100 meters less than 16. A mile. By 15 seconds in the Willie Banks Invitational. And the winner is... We have a tie, ladies and gentlemen. Anthony and Joshua Garcia received an equal number of votes. Therefore, both are declared the winners. Congratulations, boys.
I didn't even know this was a thing until like 3 weeks ago. And I just wanted to say, thank you, Coach. I wanted to say thank you to everybody for coming out and for all the coaches for putting in hard work and effort for this event to happen. And I wanted to thank my parents and my family members that have always supported me throughout everything I did. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here today. Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Thank you for everyone for coming over here. Sorry. First of all, I want to thank the contributors for this event. Coach Campbell, Coach Zimmerman, and Coach Carroll. Thank you for all of this. This is an event where not only student athletes can be recognized not only by their physical abilities, but by their character. And then first of all, I want to thank my cross country team, especially the guys. And then the track team, especially the D squad, for making my 4 years amazing and fun, and especially Douglas Russell for doing that too. And I'm not doing that. And then I want to thank Coach Gian a lot for all these 4 years, for coaching me. Okay. And just always pushing me, and all the way till the end, till the day that where I couldn't run any further. And since the day that I first met him of joining cross country, just always seeking that potential in me, and I could never ask a better coach than him. Thank you, Coach. I also want to thank my family so much for supporting me for all those needs. Thank you for always cheering me. And I want to thank my brothers and my sisters for always for running with me too. Thank you.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. I done kept it real from the
Have Miss Christy Benson, another one of our PE teachers. Also, our volleyball coach and track coach. And again, our track team is still going. They're in the CIF finals. That's outstanding. We congratulate them. And she is interviewing our next Athlete of the Year candidate, Josh Garcia.
Thank you. Congratulations on your Resiliency Award.
Thanks, Coach.
My first question for you is, what is your greatest accomplishment as an athlete here at OHS?
Well, since I moved here late sophomore year, I didn't have like much friends, or I thought I could come play football and be good like first time, but no, that's not the fact. I would say that through seeing the football program, how good it really is and how hard I had to compete. My junior year, I tried to be on the varsity squad. I didn't get much play time, but throughout that, I took that as a grain of salt. And throughout the summer program and spring, I worked out nonstop. I watched countless hours of film and just applied myself a lot to Coach Girardi and Coach Rod, and I really wanted to get play time. And with that, my senior year, this year, I started every game that we had, well, that I could play because I got hurt, but I started every game, and I was so proud of myself by the end of the season. And with that, I got the Coaches Award, and I was so relieved, I guess you could say, that I had that weight off my shoulders that I did it, I accomplished something, and I got noticed for it.
So how has that experience affected you for your future as you move on to Cal State Fullerton?
Well, I plan to work hard just like all the time. Like, I will not stop grinding until I get my success. That's what I want, or I'll grind to my success and get what I want. No hesitation.
And the last question I have for you is, what advice would you give to all the up-and-coming student athletes here at Oceanside?
Keep working. Everybody's gonna be against you. Like, I know that people are there for you sometimes, but people have their own goals and they want to do what's good for them. So you should do the same and keep working and try to get your starting spot or be a varsity captain or just a good student overall. That's all. That's all I gotta say. This week.
Thank you.
It's Josh. And once again, we're incredibly honored with the special talents, great performance of John Gibbs. Give it up for him, please.
I need some crowd participation. I need every hand up in the sky. Side to side like this. Let's rest shining. Yeah, home, die. It's not. Yeah, the judge gon' keep me like, yeah. No, I ain't living right. Check it out. Alright. Alright. I need a hand clap. I'm away, sorry, so alone, yeah. Need my days to get brighter, yeah. 'Cause I want heaven to be my home. I'm a west side rider, yeah. Tell me why I feel so alone. I need my days to be brighter, yeah. Can I get that haircut? Yeah, keep going like this. Look, yeah, check it out. If you know it, sing it with me. Yeah, west side in for life. If I catch another case, then the judge gon' give me life. I know I ain't living right. Tell me what should I do? I'm just trying to ride through this my west side blues, my blues. Yeah.
I only have 2. He's got 13. That's great. How about a round of applause for John Carroll? Coach, I don't have enough years left in my career to catch up to your greatness, brother. I am blessed to be here to get to talk about bold leadership. And I want to tell you, I found something that I want to share. A bold leader is someone who is courageous. They are prepared to go against the tide of popular thinking. They often see problems and challenges as opportunities. They know their giftings and abilities and build upon them. And the winner is Abby Douglas.
It's really an honor to be honored or awarded this award because one of the most important things to me is being a great leader, because I think that right now what we need are more leaders, and there are so many sitting outside or sitting beside me right here and right down in the crowd. And I want to thank all the wonderful, I've had many coaches in my long time, including my dad in many years, but people like Coach Miguel and Coach Geen and Coach Jessica have all shaped me to be the leader that I am today, as well as many other adults in my life, like my family that's sitting down right there. I have wonderful role models, including my grandmother, who is such a wonderful woman, and I look up to her so much. So thank you for everyone being here tonight. This is a wonderful award, and I hope that if you take anything away from this, you learn that when you lead, you're not just speaking for yourself, but you're speaking for other people. So make sure that when you speak kindly. So thank you.
All right. Our final nominee is another soccer player in his past, and now not so much, but that's okay, that's how I know him, Riley Gillum. Riley ditched soccer for swim and water polo and all a bunch of other stuff, so that's all right, we won't hold it against him. He just killed it in all those water sports, so it's all right. I hear you, brother. So, 50 and 100 free, water polo, he played point. He was most inspirational in MVP. In swim, he was league and CIF. He competed all 4 years. And he cites that meeting individuals was what he's most proud of, and he's proud to call them all, his former teammates, that is, his brothers and sisters. And his favorite song is AC/DC, Back in Black. That is Riley Gillum. And the winner is Riley Gillum.
All the times I've listened to that song, right before me barely pulling my earbuds out and jumping in the water. I love that song. As you can tell, I definitely did not write something before this, but I go with the standard. I'd like to thank the Academy. No, I just want to first off thank God for giving me all these, giving me the strength and the ability to be here. Second off, I want to thank my family for always being there to all the games, all the meets, all those that, without all that training and stuff that they've put out for me, that I would not be here. So I want to thank that too. That's awesome. Some other cool stuff I can say.
So I want to thank, of course, all the coaches that put all this together. Coach Carroll, everybody. I've known Coach Carroll since my freshman year. He's always put me under his wing, which has always been awesome. Always having a great guy like that to look up to. Always had a lot of good guys to look up to at this school. Giant blank. I want to thank my dad for always being my greatest role model. Everything I've always wanted to be in a man, I've always looked at him, so it's always great to have at home. Always something you see cheering you on. I can always look up to him, and if I have something, what would I want to do? What should I do? I can look to my dad, which is always great to have. So I want to thank him for that. Before I make more of a fool of myself, I think I'm going to call it quits on that one. Thank you guys.
In the building, everybody hands go up, and they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there, down, down, down. 'Cause all I do is win, 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 and if you going in, put your hands in the air.
I've had Haley in my physical education classes. She was always a leader. Always a smile on her face, even when she really didn't want to run. Because I don't know if you guys know this about the swimmers, aquatics athletes, they don't like to run very much, most of them. But this one, she always did it. And she was always top 2 or 3 in the class. Didn't want to do it, but she did it. I just love her. So here we go. Let's get to know Haley. How did you decide to become a competitive swimmer, water polo teammate?
So when I was young, it was always a given that you played an instrument and you did a sport, like no matter what. So I joined swim, and then one day I was chasing after a lane line and I was doing head up sprint for freestyle, and someone was like, "You should try out for water polo." And I was like, "What is that?" And so I went to high school and I tried out for the team, and I ended up being a 4-year varsity player, and I made 4-year varsity for swim, so it was pretty cool.
Quite an accomplishment. I think she deserves a round of applause for that.
While it takes great work ethic to excel in school, the athletes nominated for this award have gone above and beyond to pursue their goals through exemplary effort and dedication. Although in sports, we often hear things such as, "you get what you put in," or as Vince Lombardi said, "the dictionary is the only place that success comes before work. Work is the key to success, and hard work can help you accomplish anything." These quotes are cliches for true and tried reasons. The nominated athletes have demonstrated great effort and have been leaders of their respective teams through their actions and dedicated work ethic. The athletes nominated for this award are walk-in examples that great work ethic and effort are needed to achieve great things both in their sport and in the classroom. We'll start with our female athletes. Our first nominated athlete you just heard from, Haley Balch. So as mentioned, Haley was a member of the water polo and swim teams. In swim, Haley focused on whole set and sprints such as the 50 and 100 free. Her effort and work ethic can shine through her accomplishments in water polo, where she was a 2-time MVP, 2-time team captain, was voted most improved, and went to league finals in CIF each year. With a 3.38 GPA, Haley mentions her fondest memory was making friends and becoming a better athlete. Give it up for Haley. And our second nominated dual sport female athlete is Nicole Kufu. Nicole was a member of the basketball and track teams. In basketball, she played post position, and in track, she focused on the discus and shot put throws. Nicole's effort and work ethic can shine through her accomplishments in track and field, where she was voted most improved her sophomore year, was first team all-league sophomore year, as well as discus champion, voted senior captain for track, and now a CIF finalist in the discus. With throws of 31 feet and 4 inches in the shot put, 111 feet and 1 inch in the discus, and a 3.85 GPA, Nicole mentions her fondest memory was being able to support and encourage her teammates. And now the winner is Haley Balch.
So I did not prepare a speech, but I was planning on what I was going to say. So I just want to thank my coaches and my family and my friends for supporting me, because without you guys, it wouldn't be possible, and I'm gonna cry. It's just really nice to know that swim and aquatic sports are being recognized, because not many people get to know. So, thank you.
And the winner is Chase Sundell.
I'm very humbled to have been both nominated and to receive this award. I am so very grateful, and I'm so very grateful for three people. First, my Father in heaven. I would not be here without him allowing me to become better spiritually, academically, and physically. I'm so very grateful for my family, for all the love and support they have given me through all my years of wrestling, and I'm so very grateful for them. And also I'm grateful for the coaches for all the hell that they've put me through, and it's just crazy how much you can grow from wrestling and all the hard work. And I'm so very grateful and honored. Thank you.
And congratulations to our winners.
How'd you get into swim?
It's a very good question. No, so as Coach Frank already explained, since I was 3 years old, it was soccer. And as any one sport can get, you kind of just like, oh my goodness, you know, how do I play this one sport day in, day out? So I played soccer, then I started playing baseball, so it was soccer, baseball, which is great. Soccer was a sport that made me fast on the baseball field, and then it was that mental toughness of going through a long game that kept me on the soccer field. But playing all those sports, I played up to 8th grade, and I was just like, all right, I'm over both of them, okay? I'm done. So my dad was like, well, you're gonna play a sport. Keeps me out of trouble, which definitely did. So it was either, I think at the time it was lacrosse or water polo. So water polo, and then it's just swim was just the sport to get in shape for polo. So I had to do swim. I didn't really want to do swim. I wanted to do surf team, but swim was the go-to. And at first I didn't like swim, as most of you probably don't like swim. You're in the water, you're uncomfortable, and you're swimming for a long period of time. But after that, I kind of got into the first time I was actually in an individual sport where I wasn't relying on my team. It was just me. I put in the work, and I reaped that reward. So that's what I really appreciate about that sport, is the individualness and being able to reap what you sow.
That's fantastic.
I mean, we tried to kind of figure out which coach would be appropriate for which award, and this one was a no-brainer. When you think about Coach Campbell, you think about accountability, you think about getting it done on time, and getting it done right. Coach Campbell.
Thank you. Accountability. A person that you can always count on doing the right thing and very responsible. The first two young men we're going to talk about, first is Douglas Russell. He ran cross country. He was named the most improved runner in cross country. His favorite memory was getting first at the Willie Banks Invitational in the 1500 and spending time after school with the hardworking D Squad. Douglas, what is the D Squad? Oh, this is okay, cool, right on. All right. This young man carries a 3.1 GPA and will be attending Maricosta Community College. The next young man I'm gonna talk about, Cesar Mendoza. Cesar played football. He was awarded the Pirate Pride. He also played goalie for the soccer team. He was named captain, most inspirational, goalkeeper award. His most memorable was his first varsity start as a goalkeeper versus Escondido, and they won 3-2. This hard charger is carrying a 3.56 GPA and will be joining the U.S. Army. And the winner is Cesar Mendoza.
Well, wow, just wow. I didn't expect this, and you know what? I'm shocked. I'm really shocked. You know, all these times I've been here, I actually didn't start coming here to the second semester of my freshman year, but since then, I wanted to send out a message to everybody that I've ever met. And that is, always keep grinding, never give up. Because I was given the chance to be part of the football team, be part of the soccer team, actually do some track with Coach Guillen as well. And throughout all these times, you know, I've just been so proud just to be among all of you guys. Everyone, my classmates, Chase, Destiny, Noah, and Douglas. And I can't explain how much this means to me. And I'd also like to thank God too, because, I mean, He's made me the man I am today. Love you too, Mom. And I also like to thank my family that's here, my mom, my little brother, my dad, my sister. And you guys are the reason why I do this. You guys are. Without you guys are my friends. I don't know. Thank you so much.
And our winner is Ani Rodriguez.
Hi everybody. First I'd like to thank everyone who put this all together. I know how hard it is to get into the pack as a string player. They won't let us use it either. Secondly, I would like to thank my father in particular for moving us out here to follow his dream of coming back to Oceanside. Without him, we wouldn't have been here at all, and we would still be in Tucson. Second, I would like to thank, or third, I guess, I would like to thank all the teams I've been on and all the coaches who have put up with me and my many injuries and attitude when times got tough, and for being so kind, especially when I was a brand new kid, just trying to figure out what I was doing here. And lastly, I'd like to thank both the athletic trainers, Ryan and Colin, for dealing with me every time I inevitably showed up with my laundry list of injuries. Thank you, everybody.
All right. And we have one more Athlete of the Year.
I want to start off by saying thank you to God. I don't know where I would be without him today. I want to say thank you to my family for always supporting me. The coaches, Miss Collis, and just everybody, my teammates, everybody out here. I remember coming in as a freshman. I wasn't into football. I wasn't into basketball. I know that seems surprising because I'm like really big, but I was into volleyball. I wanted to be a volleyball player, but they didn't have a volleyball team here, so I was like, you know what, whatever. Just throughout these 4 years, it's been tough, but we're almost done, and I'm excited for the future. I want to say thank you to my coaches, Coach Clark, for always being there, always keeping me in his prayers. Coach Girardi, just teaching me everything I know, from technique-wise to being a great person on and off the field. Coach Rod, I remember after freshman year, I was like extremely excited to play for Coach Carroll, but I remember the day in the locker room, he came to me and was like, I'm sorry, I can't coach you. We're gonna get you a new coach. And then I remember Coach Rod's first practice when he came, I was like extremely scared because he was more of a yeller than just teaching us. I was like very, very nervous. But as the year went on, I just grew close to the coach. I'm forever thankful to Coach Rod and his family. One of my favorite quotes from Coach Rod is, "The harder it gets, the better we play." I think that's just a testament of who he is, and I think for all of us, we can take that as a stepping stone towards our future. And the harder it gets, the better we live. And always remember, left foot, right foot, breathe. Thank you.
Every one of you, every single one of you, very, very deserving. Very, very deserving. What a fantastic night, what a special night. Before we close it up, a couple things. One, students, not parents, not adults, students, there's going to be a raffle right here. If you want to take a shot at winning some prizes, parents do not jump in front of the students. So, little raffle right here for our students that came to support the kids. All of the athletes, we're going to come on up on stage as soon as we're done here, and we're going to get a group picture here before we go with the medals holding out and any trophies, etc., holding out proudly. And there's a silent auction in the back. So as we do the raffle for the students, parents, if you want to do that while you're waiting for your athlete. This has been a fantastic night. It's the first, I was told by a teacher, you always get like, I'm 61 years old. I've been teaching for 38 years old. And I put in the bulletin that we were having the first annual S.A.B.E.R Awards. And I got an English teacher tell me it's not annual until it's the second year. Said, I know that, but it sounds better. So we just finished the first inaugural, and now it's annual. Okay, so